What's going on, everybody? This is Jordan Johnson Alpha Capital. As always, I hope you are having a great start to your trading week. This is going to be another relatively quick video. We're going to look at my trade on gold. We'll continue to look at it. We've been following it closely for the last 2 weeks. Then we're also going to jump over to some charts. Just kind of look and see what the market is doing. Look at a couple different currencies. Currencies are commodities, just to look and see if I see any good potential trades in the market. So first, let's start with this gold trade. For those of you that have been watching, whether it been via the Telegram channel, if you're not in the Telegram channel, I suggest you join the Telegram channel. $1 Million Visions, roughly over 450 members in here right now, and I send out a lot of tips, trade ideas, and just about anything that I can think that will help you all become a consistently profitable trader. Follow the Facebook page if you are not following the Facebook page. Loading up now, Johnson Alpha Capital. And follow me on TradingView if you're not following me on TradingView as well. I publish a lot of stuff on there. So shameless plug. Now that I got that out the way, let's hop back over to the charts. So first, let's look in bottom right hand corner. Right now, it is over $10,000 in float and profit on this trade. Good trade. I've been in it for a while, so it's a swing trade. Few hours ago, it was up to 13,000 on this particular trade. It says my live account, as you all can see at the top. It says one of my live accounts. And let's look at it. Let's look and see what I have going on over here. So I have been long since just around this low down here, as you can see. When I first got into this trade, it was at the beginning of this month, October the 1st. As you can see right here, gold bullish wave up. I published this idea when I got in it. Today is the 10th, so this is going on my 10th day in this trade now. So it's not a scalp or anything. These are position trades, as you all can see, to where I'm trying to scale into this trade. And honestly, I plan on my forecast for gold is gold getting to 1,600. We got about 100 ticks to go. We're floating above 1,500 right now, 1,506. We got as high as like the 1,513 earlier, but my targets are set around 1,600. This blue box. Now, and I stress this a lot to everybody that want to be a swing trader, just anybody in general. You got to know how the market moves. And when I say how the market moves, knowing in a trend, the market only trends 30% of the time, at max. So if the market is only trending 30% of the time, that means a lot of the times it's doing some type of consolidation, some type of corrective, that's just taking up time and kind of really messing with your trade psychology. So it's very important that if you are going to be a directional trader, you need to know how to identify when the market is trending and when the market is in a corrective structure. So I'm in this trade right now, but I do know the equity in this trade is going to go up and down, because the markets never go straight up. The markets never go straight down. Yeah, in a perfect world, I would have entered this trade on October 1st. And hopefully by October 2nd or 3rd, boom, we get to my targets. But I know this is a long-term. It's not a long-term trade, but I knew getting into this trade, this was going to be a trade that I was in probably for a bare minimum of 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks, or maybe even some of the 4th week, to make it close to a whole month. So that's why, no matter if I'm, 10,000 in profit, or from 4 or 5,000 in profit, like the actual monetary number don't mean a whole lot to me when I'm trading. When I'm trading, I try to take all emotion out of it and not let my emotion or psychology get in the way. I make all of my trading decisions based off the chart. So with that being said, what do I see coming in the immediate future for gold as I hold this trade? Let's get this out of the way. I believe we're at an area right now where we might see some we might see some resistance. We might get a corrective structure. So let me put this level, as you can see right here. This is a very strong area of resistance. It's also a supply zone. For those of you that know supply demand, let's make this a different color. Let's make this red. So this is a supply zone, and right now we are having trouble breaking this zone. So let me move this out. So we can say from October 3rd is when we first started to create this area of resistance around October 3rd. And today is going into October 10th, the start of trading for October 10th. So for about a week, price has been playing with this zone, and we have not been able to penetrate towards it. So one thing that I'm looking at, this is a zone to where we might see some bears come in the market. We might get some selling pressure here before we initially break it. As look and see, there's not a lot of major divergence. Looking at this, I kind of see an inverted head and shoulder. When looking at my RSI. So let's break this down. So if I would have seen a lot of bearish divergence here, and I see this as a strong resistance zone, and it's making a double top, which are all kind of point to some type of reversal happening. Now, when I say reversal, I don't mean breaking the trend. Let me show it to you. I mean corrective structures. For those of you that don't know, I am a student of Elliott Wave. I believe very strongly in the Elliott Wave theory, the Elliott Wave principle. And I'm an Elliott Wave mathematician. I usually formulate all of my ideas with some type of wave structure, Elliott Wave background. But I am very fluent in just about every aspect of technical analysis, whether that be harmonics, market geometry patterns, just basic structure, trend lines, support resistance. I know all of them. I'm very big in Fibonacci levels. So just kind of give you a background for people that's watching this video that haven't watched my previous videos for the last 2 years that I've been publishing, which is great. Go back and watch those, by the way. So let's look at it. So when I say corrective structures, I'm talking about something like this. Corrective structure is something that's going against the trend, which might be a zigzag. We might be looking at a flat formation, or it might be some type of a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. So it's going to be a variation of a corrective structure. That's why I say it's important that you know what these corrective structures are, what they look like, and what the rules are for these corrective structures. It'll give you a lot more clarity when you're looking at the market. To give you a lot more understanding. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if market came back down, retest this level here, maybe even break it a little bit, and then go back up and to continue towards the trend. Market do that, I'm completely fine with it. I wouldn't be surprised if we do something like this, a little smaller corrective structure, then boom, we go up. And I would not be surprised if the market just breaks through this level of resistance and boom, I'm at my target next 2-3 days. I would not be surprised. But I'm also smart enough and experienced enough to know I cannot predict exactly what price is going to do to get there. So I got a playbook. I got a game plan. I trade with a if-then thought process. If price do this, then I will do that. If price do this, then I will do that. If price do this, then I will do that. So I got a game plan while I am trading. Goes back to your trade plan. If you don't have a trade plan, I suggest you get one. So I'm not going to panic if I see the market go straight against me right now. I'm not going to panic if the market do this, then they do. I'm not. Only thing I'm concerned about is these levels on the chart. I'm concerned about different just different setups are, patterns are just, stuff that I see. I'm concerned about that stuff, not the money in my account floating up or down, or not knowing, I having the uncertainty because I don't have a game plan on what the market throws at me. You got to have a game plan. So flip back over to this. See, now it's at 10.7. Probably by the end of this video, it's probably gonna be about 11K, 12K. I might even be down 10K. I don't know. But so, and this is I'm trading off of MetaTrader 4 platform. A lot of you are in the past, you see me trade on my TD Ameritrade account, which of course I still got, which is a Ninja Trader. Not Ninja Trader, but Thinkorswim platform. So this is the level that we was looking at on TradingView. Let's hop back over to it. But I came over here because I want to show you how I'm scaling into this trade. If you look at the bottom when I first got in, I got in with two positions at the bottom, with about 2 lots in. Price went up. I think I scaled into these 2.25 trades to give me 0.50 in combination between these two, make me 3 lots deep. And as price corrected against me, I knew it was a corrective structure. What did I do? I got in with another position right here, which is, a nice size position of 1.50 lot to put me in total 4 lots deep on this trade. I scaled into this position. I didn't just recklessly get in. I got in at precise levels of where I thought it was good to add, some positions. Because I knew going into this trade, like I told y'all earlier, that I was going to be in it for probably a bare minimum of 2 weeks, all the way to maybe 4 weeks, a whole month. So if I'm going to be in one trade for a whole month, I don't just want to have one position. I want to try to scale into different positions, because that's what you do in a trending market. In a trending market, you should be able to scale into multiple positions at different points, to maximize your trade. Because you got to know, when you're a trend trader, your win rate is going to be less than somebody that just trade, that's scalping consolidation, corrective strike. That's just scalping those smaller moves. When you are a trend trader and you are trying to catch the bulk of the move, and you know that you're going to lose more times than you win. Just about, nobody probably ever told you that. You probably didn't know that you can lose more times than you win and actually be extremely profitable. Take a good baseball hitter. Take a good baseball hitter's batting average, for example. Usually the guys that's leading the league in home runs usually probably strike out the most. If they go to the bat, and if you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times consistently, 300% batting average, that's very good. So a lot of people in trading, they think if they're not winning, 9 out of 10 trades, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 trades, if they're not 80% profitable, that they're not a good trader and they can't win and make money. Why? Because that's what a lot of gurus kind of endorse. Everybody endorse and promote, of how to get these great entries and how to, max out your account using all of your leverage to catch a few, pips are. And that's what you got to do. And honestly, if you do that, you better be very good at doing that, because you can win 3-4 times in a row, but what you keep over leveraging your account, you are going to lose. And when you do lose, not using the correct risk management, it's going to be very short lived, and you probably going to lose all of your money. Most people don't tell you that. So that's why when any type of trading, and I'm not saying you can't be a scalper or whatever, with any type of trading, you got to have a trade plan, and you got to abide by good money management, good risk management principles. Okay, ran over with that. Back to the trade. Okay, so with this, let's jump back over to TradingView. We're looking at it on a 4-hour time frame. Let's even look at it on an hourly, and even on the 4-hour time frame, me kind of looking at this, I think we probably gonna break up before we go down. It's kind of forming like a bullish wedge of sort. But anyway, let's look at it on this hourly time frame, kind of more of an intraday trading time frame. Let's delete some of this stuff. These are previous levels from when I made the last video. Let me just delete some of this. Okay. So at first this was a nice area that I was looking at. Like we can kind of delete that line now. Let's fast forward. Let's look at this trend line here with two of them. I'm gonna start from this point here. If I can get it. We're gonna start from this point here. We're gonna go to this second wick. Okay, so we are very much still within this bullish trend that we see here. We're very much into that. Let's try to draw a few more trend lines really quick. I see the opportunity to draw some. This is another nice bigger bullish channel that we are still within from this bottom up here. Still very much within it. It might even act as some type of support, in this near future, which I very well can see that. I really do like those trend lines. Say we can draw a major one, kind of a more major trend line right here. Let's see what this is. If we draw from that point to this point, and me doing this show, I'm not major on trend lines. It's just another tool in my trader's toolbox. So with me drawing it, let's zoom back in. These trend lines are kind of all relatively within this same area, you all, and they're all pretty. They're going to act as support as price try to correct its way down, like we was talking about. So with that, now let's zoom back into this. Where can price potentially go? Let's add some Fibonacci to this. Let's start from here. Let's measure it to the top. Boom, we came down, initially touched this 50. That's how I was able to add, one of my bigger positions on this trade. Let's jump back to it and look at it. You look right here, this is how I was able to add this 1.50 lot to my, that's why I added this position, because this area where we initially came back right here was, within this 50% retracement. Candlestick reversal patterns in there as well. So now let's measure something. Let's measure from this 50 of where I initially got back into trade, all the way back up to this top where we're at. We're looking at this 61.8% retracement. That's major, you all. We are looking at this 0.618 retracement. And if I could draw a minor level of support of demand, support demand, if I can add another one of these minor levels, which I just did, by the way, I'm gonna make that back orange. Let's remove this Fibonacci. Boom. So I know this level, as price starts to make its way down, this level should give us, a nice area of support. And it is a minor level. It's not a major level, but it should give us a nice minor level of support, and a nice demand zone to where we, where I wouldn't be surprised if market came down here, however it gets down here, whether in this zone or it comes all the way down here, then we get the bounce up. I'm ready for that. And honestly, just looking at these candlesticks, that's probably what it's going to do. We can even go down. I don't do this all the time, but we even go down to a smaller time frame. Now we all should know the smaller time frames are not as reliable as your bigger time frames. Okay, let me get this off of the screen. Okay, so let's look at this. And this is real, and you guys, those of you that have been trading away, I probably can't really get that. Just how good this information is, you all. I'm giving you all the insight into my thought process while I am in this trade with real money on the line. I hope you understand how important that is. A lot of these guys that's teaching trading are, selling courses. No knock on anybody that's doing it. I mean, I think it's great. I'm gonna probably put out a trading course next year sometime. Just because I do want it to be high quality. But a lot of a lot of people that do that, man, they're not actually trading. Not no knock on them, but most of them are more marketers than they are actually trading, risking their own money. I'm making this video. I'm going over these points. Wow, real money is running. It's $10,000 in profit on one trade. It's not the biggest trade in the world, but I definitely got I definitely got some equity in the game. I got some sweat in the game. Like, I'm really doing this. So I'm not trying to teach you all nothing. I give you all advice on something that I'm not doing. From my wins and from my losses, that's one thing I pride myself about. If you follow me, you're plugged into all of my channels. I show the wins and the losses. Right now it just happened to be the trade that I'm in. It's up 10 grand. And they got the potential to do close to 50. But you all also seen trades that I've been into where I lost 4K, 5K. I think I showed one trade earlier this year. I was down $12,000 on that particular trade. So I show the wins and the losses, the good and the bad. I try to give both sides and the real about trading. So back to the charts on this gold trade. I look right here. You see where this level is. This is a area of, this is going to be a nice area of support as well. Just this level here. We can really see if this low, we're looking at it on a 15-minute time frame, so it's not as strong as if I was looking at it on a 4-hour or a daily or whatever. I'm looking at this and I know as price come down, prices, it might come back down to retest this area of support. And look, it's a trend line here as well. But I also know this is going to be a more major trend line. I mean, not trend line, but an area of resistance. This low is going to be, so I'm going to hope this low is more important than I will hope this low, just because that's the trader that I am. And look where I am trailing my stops. So let's come back down, 15-minute time frame. I really don't like the chart and platform of MetaTrader, you all. I really don't like it. But, I use it, as you can see. So where is my stop losses on this trade? Boom. I'm trailing these, all of the, it's going to be a profitable trade, whatever the market do. Because I'm trailing my stops, it's a risk-free trade. So I know I'm going to make it something. I know if, an hour from now, if the markets just go haywire and take a big nosedive, it's risk-free. I know I already made the money, now I'm just trying to maximize how much money I make. The thing about being a trend trader, when you win, you want to win big. I'm trying to hit the home run. I know that I'm going to strike out sometimes. I know I'm going to lose some money sometimes. But I know because I'm consistent, I'm going to get those big trades that's going to just engulf. It's just going to, maximize all of my losses that I took. So just, I'm giving you a bigger deep psychology. How do I think? Psychology is very big in trading. You can be the best technician in the world, but if your psychology is not together, you're not going to be consistent. And that's what it's about, being consistent. So this right here is red line. Let's see if I can change this a different color. Okay, that's why I'm not real big into MetaTrader. Let's see. Let's make it black. Okay, black line. We're approaching it now. This is going to be an area of resistance. Of support that one pay attention to. And look, we're vastly approaching it. That's the level you are. This is another max level. I like this level. If we break this level of resistance at 14.99.79, then that's when, okay, I was up about some type of bullish move, but it might not be as bullish as I initially thought. And the bullish move that I was in was really a bigger corrective structure, a bigger ABC zigzag than it was a change in trend. You know, and I was just wrong about that point. But the good thing about it, I could be wrong about the overall big picture in the forecast, but I still made money on it because I was able to identify a good entry that was going in the direction I thought it was going to go. And then when I got that entry, it's this word trade management comes in, and being able to manage your trade to how you can take your trade into being profitable, and how you can keep it profitable by managing your risk. And whether it's moving up your stop loss, whether it's adding positions, taking positions off, putting positions on, just that's when your trade management come into the picture. You gotta have trade management. It's not about getting entries all the time. It's about getting the entry and knowing how to minimize your losses and maximize your wins, your gains. So with that being said, this is the first initial level of support that I want to look at. We're approaching. It looks like we're going to pass through it actually. Just while we're on this video, we might not. If we do pass through that, this is going to be the next major one. And look where I got my stops. I even got my stops protected nicely behind the next low by a few ticks. Just for some major, just for some spike that's just taking out stops. I just really retesting the market. Don't take me out of the trade and we go right back up. Then boom, I made $7 grand, but I could have made 40. I don't want that to happen. So that's why I got my stops protected nicely. So with that being said, we're testing this. This is where even if price do come back incorrectly, I can even add another position if I want to. I'm pretty nice. I'm pretty, I'm comfortable with my position size as we are in it now. If we go up and we make a new high, that's when I think about adding probably a new position. But look, we're going down. So when I started this video, I was close to 10.7 in profit, and I'm 94 in profit. I might go all the way down this video to $8 grand in profit. Am I gonna panic? No, because I got a game plan if the thought process be ready. So that's enough with gold. I told you all this video is gonna be a short video. It's actually becoming longer than I anticipated. So we're gonna look at a couple other things. We're gonna jump over to the dollar index. Jump back to this back on the hourly, and you can see these levels. So let's look at the dollar index, which is usually inverse to gold. So kind of when the dollar's strong, gold's weak, dollar strong. It don't always happen exactly like that. But let's look at the dollar index on what I am looking at on the dollar index. Bigger picture, you all. I'm looking at just about all of this being some type of corrective structure for the dollar to come back down. That's kind of one reason why I'm bullish on gold right now. But looking at this, even on this hourly time frame right here, I really like that, whether I'm right about that corrective structure that I think that the dollar just made, whether I'm right about it or not, I like this high right here on this wick. I like this initial move down, which does kind of look, like three waves, which means this whole thing could wind up being a corrective structure. It could, I don't know. But I like this move down. I like that this move up, which, just looks kind of corrective to me. That this could be a B. We couldn't quite take out this high. And I'm looking at this move down as, start to another bearish trend, which is going to take out this low in the dollar. And taking out this low in the dollar, whether we take out that low and we go all the way back up, or if we, take out this low, and I'm right about us being back in an overall bearish trend, do some type of correction, and then continue to go low. Whether price do that, whichever one, it don't makes a difference, but I do think price is going to take out this low. Now, with me thinking that price is going to take out this low, we're looking at hourly, so let's jump down to kind of a smaller time frame and look at what I think price can do. I don't like this. I didn't realize this was up there. Okay. Alright, so what do I see? 15-minute time frame, very intraday time frame, but just from video and technical purposes, we're gonna use it. One thing, look at this level up here. This is a nice area of resistance, nice area of supply. Let's draw some fibs. I like this. It's kind of right between the 50, and even really this whole gap is, it's going to act as resistance. Make this a different color. I want white. Okay, we can make it white. This whole area, of resistance is really going to act as, some type of a resistance. At least it usually does. Let's label this. I think this is forming it's probably a flat. So whether we stop here where my 200 MA is acting as resistance, or we come up into this orange box here, whichever one we do, it really doesn't matter. But I do think that we are going to come down from that point to probably at the very least come back and retest the structure of this low, retest this low, if not break the low a little bit and come back up. So whether it does any one of those, I really don't care, and that's why I know if the dollar do come up here into one of these zones, while the dollar doing that, what is gold probably gonna be doing? Gold's gonna be doing the same thing, but the opposite. It's gonna keep coming down. It just so happens I'm long gold, and during this correction, guess what my equity's gonna do a little bit? It's gonna fluctuate. It's probably gonna go down. As long as it don't take me out of the trade, I don't care. And just that's kind of how I think about it. But that's gold. That's the dollar. Let's look at dollar yen. I'll put out a forecast on dollar yen, talking about looking for the sell setup. This was on the 6th, so it's about 4 days ago. You see I got this ABC corrective structure up. I got this level of resistance up here. Let's play. What did we do? We came up to resistance area, I thought, a little bit above it. But I'm still think that this is going to probably be a bearish. We're eventually going to go back down. So you can kind of see that. We got a little bit higher than what I initially thought. So what this is, this is going to kind of be on some Elliott level a little bit. I'm looking at this as probably either W, X, Y, a complex three-wave corrective. Or W, X, Y really doesn't matter. Let's draw some fibs. It looks like we're at our 61.8, probably to be exact. Came out, really tapped this 61.8. I really like this area right here as a good area of resistance, good area of supply. I really do like that. I still like, we double top here, broke down, broke through what was initial nice level of support, made a new one. Now we're just simply retesting structure. I had this orange over here. So I knew we was going to see some reaction where we was at, and look what we seen. I love that. This is what I'm leaning towards in the dollar yen, towards the point to where I might look, if we get a higher retest, look at trying to get an entry to catch this trend. And I know where I think the market's going to get to. This isn't really necessarily a how-to video as of to giving you all insight of the tools I use. And for those that know, if you watch a lot of people's trading videos, and I haven't recently, but when I started, I watched a lot of people's trading views, and they wouldn't show you what they are doing, or they don't want to really give you the sauce. They want you to buy their course, and then they're going to attempt to teach it to you in their course. Nothing's wrong with that, but I want to give you all videos with substance. I want you to be able to watch these videos for it to be, one, educational. I want you to get something from it, but I also want it to be somewhat entertaining, You know, not to the point where I'm trying to make you laugh, but I want to keep you engaged because I've been where a lot of, you know, you all are at, you know, in the store and I had to trade and it was frustrating and where you're not getting it and you might have invested in the 3, 4, 5 different courses or whatever, following different people to only get let down because they don't, you know, they're not really necessarily trying to give you the real inside of trading. When I say the real, not just how to read the chart, but the psychology aspect of it. You know, from mindset to trade, man. What do you do when you're in the trade? How do you think when you're in the trade? How do you set your stop loss, your targets, your entry? I want to, you know, those are, you know, what I want to, you know, give to you. In these videos, I just kind of show you my mindset inside of that. Um, and like I said, I am going to play out a course eventually. It might not be to Q2 of next year because I want it to be high quality. But every once in a while, I do little training camps and boot camps online with a select group of people. You know, maybe 3, 4 people, if that, to where I give you a kind of more in-depth training process on how I do all of these from, you know, everything that goes into this from learning how to master your technicals and to learning how to master your mental with this. So with that being said, dollar yen, still think this is going to go down. Like I said, we're already, man, you know, a lot longer than what I initially wanted to be. Looking at the euro I think is going to break out of this. I mean, we break out of this zone on the euro. I mean, man, we got a lot of space. We got a lot of space, and I think we are going to do that with this, you know, with the weaker dollar. I like that. I'm not gonna go too in detail on that, but I do like it. Nazi, I mean the Aussie, and Kiwi is giving us a nice buy setup for price to break. And this is another reason why I think think these are gonna break up. So in order for these to break up, inversely, I need the dollar to get weaker. The dollar gets weaker. Inversely, gold should get stronger. Gold gets stronger. It pops up. I'm in the buy. Should make a lot more money. And a little economical side of it, you know, just basic economics, you know, correlation and inverse of how the market should move. Pound looks like it's about to get weaker. Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like. It looks like the pound's about to take a nosedive. To just about everything. Looks like everything's just about stronger. Euro. So I think the dollar's gonna get weaker. Euro look like it might be one of the big dogs in the market. Euro's beating a lot of pairs right now. Aussie. So I mean I don't just see no amazing other great setups that should be on the radar. Let's jump back to the MetaTrader, see if anything is on her. I was looking at US 30, which US 30 is nothing more than the Dow. Looking at US 30, I didn't see nothing crazy. I didn't see no crazy setups here. So I really don't want to speculate anything. But that's about it on this video, you all. It's a lot longer than I thought. I hope you all got value from it. As always, if you did receive value from this, like, share, comment. I love when you all tell me that that you see value in these videos and that you enjoy them. Also, send me problems that you're trading about. That's how I get concepts and ideas for these videos. Let me know what you're trading about, what you want me to make videos about it in the future, so I can make those. If you're not following the Facebook page, follow it. Jordan Forex Trader, Johnson Alpha Capital. You're probably watching this on YouTube because that's where I'm putting it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave nice comments and likes. Join the $1 Million Visions Telegram channel. Just plug into the material, you all. It's free. I appreciate the support. And as always, until the next video, let's make a lot of money. That's what we do this for. We do this to make money. But over and out.